is joining us from the SEC Network. PB, I forget, I think you knew that we talked to Robert Earl Keen on the show not long ago, and that was one of the highlights of my career, man. It was fun.
I mean, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I cannot believe I live in a world in which Robert Earl Keen is my opening act for TexAgs Radio. I'm like, it was a highlight of mine as well too, buddy. What's happening?
Well, the best part about that, by the way, we were talking about autographs earlier, so I'll ask you that in a second. But the best part about that is he sent a message to Callie Gardner, who works here, and said how much fun he had doing the interview. So when a legend like that likes the interview, that just shows you it went well. What's the best autograph you have, or when you were a kid, in your arsenal? Unless you still get autographs.
Man, I can still remember. I don't do a lot of autographs. I think the first one I can remember, I was up in Dallas, Texas. I was living in Pottsboro. We had come down as a family for, I can't remember something, and we ended up having dinner, and I saw Everson Walls, who was a cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, at a dinner, and random. And I remember my dad had a business card in the back of his wallet, and he came up, and I went up there and I was like, Mr. Everson, may I grab a autograph? And he couldn't be any nicer. And I had that in my room for the longest time. And that was kind of like, autographs were the big thing before, camera phones, right? You didn't have an opportunity to take a picture when you saw somebody out there. Now it's all about, hey, grabbing a selfie with somebody and putting it on your Instagram wall or something.
Talking to Peter Burns here on TexAgs Live. Peter, did A&M, I think the answer is yes, but I'll just ask you anyway. Did A&M do LSU a favor by that beatdown on Saturday night?
Yeah. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. I'm the first person, or I can remember coming on your guys' show back in the day and said the first person I'd hire before he was even on the radar was Brian Kelly, because I thought, like Scott Woodward thought, that this is a Hall of Fame coach. He's been there before. He's been so close over in Notre Dame. You give him the athletes, the fan base, the monetary support of LSU, and why not? Sky's the limit, especially coming off of the kind of the way that it fell apart behind the scenes with Ed Ogeron after his run in 2019. And the way it looked, I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, for Aggies to turn that into, Kyle Field East, as Marcel has, allegedly talked about, it was impressive. Like an Anchorman where they're like, hey, you ate the whole wheel of cheese, Baxter? Like, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. And I came away impressed because I've been saying I thought A&M was the number one team in the SEC for the last couple of weeks.
Why can A&M win it all, in your opinion? Or can they, I guess, is the follow-up to that.
But why? I mean, absolutely. I mean, you're telling me, do you have a defense that travels? Absolutely, you got that. Have you shown the ability to win games in different ways, either a shootout on the road in South Bend or a defensive battle like they had at Auburn earlier this year? Yes, you can do it. Do you have a coach that just seems like he's pushing all the right buttons? Yes. Do you have a mobile quarterback? And this is the big thing that I knew LSU was doomed at the beginning of the season, is because I looked at it and like, if you don't have a mobile quarterback, you better damn have one of the best offensive lines in the country. Well, Aggies have both. They have a great offensive line, and they have a mobile quarterback who only gets more and more confident as the weeks go. You've got playmakers. I mean, this is as good of a team as anybody. I think they're as good of an Ohio State. I think they're better than or as good as an Indiana and Alabama right now. I mean, this is what the Aggies are and what they were hoping they would get under Sumlin or Jimbo Fisher, and now they actually have it.
All right, that'll do it for the free part of this interview. For the extended version, please go to texags.com/subscribe and become a premium subscriber. And if you're a Texas A&M student, you can get that for free. So check it out, texags.com/subscribe.